work every day till we meet ends. Have to turn it up on the weekends. Boss a toast to your real friend. Tell me why you're drinking, yeah.
And he running up all the money on you.
Good times.
Hey guys, it's Jonathan here, and we're back with some V8 Supercars at Kansai East. So, as you saw in the intro, this is for PretendRaceCars.net. It's a preview of the first round. Basically, you can see me turn some laps against 108% AI difficulty at medium aggression, 50% damage, and of course, this is where round one's taking place. So, yeah, whatever. Take a look. Anyways, I'm not going to focus on the race itself because it's not important. What's important is what I'm going to be talking about, which is PRC as a whole, and the reason why you should pay attention to PRC in this championship. I don't know how long I'm going to pay attention to this championship because you never know with PRC. All I know is it's a very negative environment. The articles, of course, I think do a good job, and they do a necessary deed of uncovering the negative features, the cons basically, the flaws of sim racing, which I think is good. They do a good job of it. However, the way that the flaws are brought about with a lack of positive reviews, it seems like Pretend Race Cars is the villain of sim racing, and I think it's a good thing that they are, because if someone new were to check out Pretend Race Cars, they would be shocked and they would be wondering to themselves, why does this guy constantly upload articles or post articles of the flaws of sim racing, get such hateful comments in the comment section below where people are just slinging at each other, and it's unmoderated comments at that. That's the worst part, unmoderated comments. And how can a new person look at this website and say, that's a community I want to be a part of? It doesn't make sense. You know, I don't understand what PRC's goal is, because they're going to post an article bashing a certain sim and then say, why is no one populating these sims? Why are the multiplayer servers dead? Well, you just I don't know, maybe Pretend Race Cars doesn't have that big of an influence on new people, on new sim racers. But let's just assume they did. If you're going to bash the sim, have a comment section as just downright disrespectful as it is, and you're gonna expect new people to still join in your lobby and buy the sim in the first place. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't add up. And for me to look at these lobbies, I can look at them and say to myself, you know what? Not a lot of people do sim racing online. There's not a lot of people in these servers, and you just hear of stories like people in NR 2003 are saying, like, I remember the good old days when you just hop into a lobby and then there you go, you're racing or whatever. And it's not that way anymore. Not just on NR 2003, but in pretty much any sim. It just seems like public lobbies are a mess and leagues are the only way to go. It's hard to explain because, you know, there's a fine line between just completely bashing sims and then, you know, I don't know. It just seems like to me there's too much bashing and there's not enough positives brought about. So it harvests a community of just hate, downright hate. And it makes it seem like some people may say there's a vendetta against a specific sim, and then that's vendettas against another sim the next day, and that vendetta changes to another sim the next day after that. And it's kind of like, well, to me, it just seems like they're trying to convince us to give up sim racing as a whole. Modern sim racing apparently is in the dumps, and I just didn't know it. Now, as a sim racer for about 2 years now, I'm already hooked, and no silly PRC article will turn me away from sim racing as a whole. Austin or James, whatever he decides to go by, it won't change a thing for me. You know, if he bashes iRacing, well, I'm still gonna play iRacing. I don't care. You know what I mean? So when the articles come up, and of course I visit the website frequently, I'm just looking for, you know, meaningful content and stuff like that. And plus, it's a good way to kill time. You know, I'm looking for something, and you know what I constantly get is just a controversial article, typically, and comment sections that's shooing people away. and it doesn't seem like much good comes from PRC. They're the villain of sim racing for a reason. I believe it's because of that negative atmosphere. At one point, I would come to PRC, I'd check out the articles for entertainment, and then it was kind of like, this is sad and discouraging, and it seems like, they're not trying to get people out onto the racetrack like they could. And that's why this series is so important, I think. Now, I understand with the comment section being so toxic that this series may not actually be worth investing time in. But I do understand that this website has a pretty large following. Of course, Austin/James will be really quick to brag about it. Hey, look at how many viewers we get, or how many hits we get, or whatever it's called. And that's cool and all. I mean, it really is that sim racing has so many people reading about it, but we don't have many people out on the track and many people being friendly with each other. I think this is finally an opportunity for PRC to bring in people who are interested in sim racing and not just bashing each other, slinging at each other. Man, it's not cool. It really isn't cool. In the hateful environment, there's a reason. There's a reason why people don't care about PRC. But anyways, that's it for me. I don't have anything else to say. The race in the background is irrelevant. It's just an AI race, so if you want to stick around, stick around. Whatever. It gets interesting. That's all I'll say. Hopefully the race tomorrow will be interesting, and of course, it'll be here on YouTube. So check it out when that is uploaded. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed, like, whatever, I don't care. But please, if you want to leave a comment, do it. I'd love to interact with you guys. Alright, later.